Hello YouTube, AdoptedMike here, and in this video I'm going to be taking a look at this HTPC power supply. It's one of those little mini things I think people have seen around. I picked this up at Newegg actually, and it comes in just this little box here. But here is a look at what is available. The adapter itself is 5 total amps and at 12 volts, and this is what it ends up breaking out across. So it's a very efficient design, and you will see why. So as we open it up, we have a power brick adapter. So this is a standard PC plug there, and then it outputs directly to 12 volts. And here's the power cord that comes with it. Nothing special there. This is more of like a laptop power brick. And then what it does is the end goes in here, similar to a laptop receptacle again, and then out to this guy. So then what we end up doing is taking that power that's already been converted to DC, and then it goes into this, which plugs into here, the positive and negative, and then the rest of these capacitors and transistors here break it out to how the motherboard needs to receive it, which is in this format. So what we do now is this will plug in kind of, I wish it was a little different, but so this will plug into, or am I backwards? I could be backwards. Let me check this, because I'm assuming it will only go in one. Okay, there we go. So this plugs into here, and then out will come power to your motherboard, a 4-pin CPU, 1 Molex, 1 SATA, and then 1 floppy connector. So it ends up making a fanless, very small power supply. Now, don't think that this will run a high performance processor or anything like that, because it definitely, okay, that makes sense. There we go. It's pulling the 12 and the 5 volts that it needs there out of. Okay, yep, I do have this right now. Okay, so when this is locked into place like that, okay, we get our, probably, man, I don't even know. I mean, DVD-ROM. You could probably pull a DVD and then a hard drive, which would probably be okay. I know it's not going to support a whole lot of power, but like a mini ITX motherboard, like an Atom processor, it probably works great for a Intel Atom or an AMD mobile processor as well too. And sometimes you see they don't even need the 4-pin connector on an Atom board. But yeah, if you did need it, you would have it. But definitely this thing is designed, and I saw it somewhere on the box, it's definitely designed for a low wattage system. Here we go. System power less than or equal to 60 watts, and CPU power less than or equal to 36 watts. So you would definitely need an Atom or a mobile AMD processor. I think even the Semprons and the Celerons will exceed that 36 watt deal. So yeah, definitely probably need a pretty light duty CPU. But look at the size of this thing. I mean, it's great. Fanless. It'll fit in the smallest of cases. I mean, absolutely a tiny case. I mean, pop that into there, and then we even get a little like a little grommet here to come outside of the case. So there's some cases that'll already support this type of power supply, and some might have to be retrofitted. But I mean, look at that. I mean, it's just great. If you didn't have a lot of room to work with inside of this tiny little ITX baby little cases, this thing would work awesome. So they seem like they don't last very long. Some of the reviews online say they only last about a year, but some of the cheaper power supplies do the same. And the only thing I could think of is possibly being that there's no fan, if there was a way to install a fan in a case just to keep the capacitors cool and everything. I think this may last longer, but I can totally see in a tight, cramped little case, this thing will have some heat to it. It will put off a little bit of heat, and heat is typically what destroys the computer components. So any way to keep this thing a little bit cooler, I think, would prolong the life. I think in my opinion, that's probably why there's a reasonable high failure rate after 8 months to a year. They start to fail. But you know, take care of the heat on this thing. I think it could last a lot longer, in my opinion. But anyway, that kind of wraps up my review of these little mini ITX power supply. Yeah, so anyways, as always, thank you for watching.